How are you? Hi, everybody. How are you? Woo! We got a lot to talk about today. I always thought Latocha Scott will only apologize when hell freezes over. that's what I used to say when hell freezes over. She was just much too cocky for me. She did way too much. I was so disgusted with this girl. I thought I heard my granddaughter yelling. Sorry, guys. Uh, I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, I thought she would never apologize, and she did. But let's talk about the circumstances in which she was forced. Okay, people, forced to apologize. Now, I don't know if you caught the first tape. She did a 26-minute video in which she apologizes. Okay, I can't play the whole thing. I whittled it down to actually about 3 minutes because after that it's just too long. But I did post it on my still videos, and you can go take a look at that if you want to see it in its entirety. Shit wasn't real. She's still playing the victim. Child, gets worse than that. Let me talk about it. What was it? Thank you, Beatrice. So I'm going to play you a 3-minute clip for those of you who missed it, and then we're going to talk about the situation that she was put into to force to talk about it. She had to come out. And isn't that how it always works? So here's a little clip, just a 3-minute clip out of 26 minutes.
I'm in a space where I need to free my mind and free my heart, free my spirit. I'm going to show you just so y'all, because everybody thinks that I'm being puppeted. I'm in a room by myself. I just finished a couple of my interviews that I had to do today, and it's just been on my spirit. It's just very heavy with all the things that are going on in my life, in my personal life. And I wanted to come on here to share my heart with you guys, to share my emotions with you guys, and just be real, because I'm human. You know, things hurt. The same way they hurt you, they hurt me. There are things that have been said about me, things that are going on in my life, and it's a lot. When I say it's a lot, it's a lot. It's overwhelming, actually. But I want to first start off by apologizing to our fans. Yesterday, I had an interview, and Brad and I had some words. You know, we went back and forth. And I didn't understand why. You know, when she said to me, you know, Kandi felt sad when you were being a leader of the group. You know, she felt sad. And I said, she felt sad. I never heard this. This is something new to me. But even in that, I have to take accountability for if there's something that I didn't see, if it's something that, you know, and it's possible that because I just wanted to sing, I never looked at it as this person is sad. I just wanted to use the gift. So if I overlooked you, Kandi, I'm sorry. To Tiny, who I consider my friend. I love your family. Eris, that's my baby. That's my heart, you know. And we've always said that we were family. And I feel like, you know, you were the one to always try to bring things together for us. You know, you were the one to say, hey, ladies, let's get it together. And I kind of, you know, alienated myself from you because I was trying to figure out everything. I didn't know what was going on. You told me, go do the gospel. You know, you should do the gospel. You're the one who gave me the motivation to do it. To my sister, Tamicka, everybody knows that family, my family, is everything to me. Everything. There are times in scenes I wouldn't say nothing because I know if I say something, it could damage my family. What's going on with us is it's not cool. And I apologize to my mother as well, because You have been scrutinized for being a mother. That's over. I'm done. I'm done. I did not steal money from my sister. I see some of these comments. I just want to talk to my sister. And when my sister talks to me, we're going to get through this. And then y'all can go about your business and go talk about somebody else, because that's what's going to be next. Somebody else going to come along. Y'all going to continue to bash, and ain't nobody really trying to help find no resolve. Y'all out here making people. Y'all don't know that this mental health, this stuff is real. Y'all sit here and do this, and next minute y'all know something happens to somebody, and then y'all want to be apologetic.
Okay, so that's just a little clip. Like I said, it was 26 minutes long. Oh, OMG. Please, Sharrell, pull the plug on this chick. I just can't. I understand exactly how you feel. I couldn't either. But anyway, she would go on during the apology and say that her and Rocky had an open marriage. And she thought people knew that, but just in case we didn't know, she knows, and she knows everything. Okay, so let me tell you about this weak ass apology first, and then we'll go into what forced her to do it. People thought that she said that she had an interview yesterday with the brat, and the brat said some things that made her sit down and rethink things. That's a damn lie. The brat has nothing to do with this. Absolutely nothing. Then she said, and then in the first person that she apologized to was the fans. She apologized to the fans. She said how the fans didn't deserve this. And then she put her sister, the victim, absolutely last. And then she would go on to say during her apology to Kandi, she didn't understand why the group was mad at her. I can't with this girl. She would go on to say she never stole the money. And then it was really weird. I cut it down. So go check out my other tape. She begins to bash and blame the public. We have messed up her life because we sensationalize off of gossip. We love gossip. So get it out your system. I'm sure you'll be on next week to another person. No. We won't be on to another person next week because this story is much too juicy and much too difficult and sick. Okay. Sharrell, please call Olivia Pope. So why did she have to come out, and why is she crying? The parts of the tape that I believe when she said she's broken, she is broken. Okay, so you remember Tasha K did an interview last week with Unique, and Unique said there were other women and a possible DNA test. He had an R. Kelly thing going on, and people say, how can you compare him to R. Kelly? First of all, hold on. A typical narcissist apology. Exactly. This was me to play at her sister's heartstrings and secure a backup in case gospel fails her. No. Let me tell you the real reason. That's involved too. But she was trying to save face. There are going to be some more women coming forward with allegations that he had affairs with them. And the reason why I said it reminds me of R. Kelly is because some of the women, he wanted them all to, the ones that he really liked, to live in Georgia with him. Not with him, where he lives. Okay, they have their own spots. I don't know, and these women didn't know about each other's. R. Kelly's was more like a cult, like a ex cult. This is just like a person with a serious sex addiction, and a person that loves to feel power over other people, other women. He gets off on that. He feels that the more women he can hook up with, the more, that whole group, that whole R. Kelly group, they had something wrong in their thinking. Okay, they had psychological problems, if you ask me. So one of the women is going to come forward, but she's going through the courts. She's going to ask for a DNA test, and she's going to ask for child support. He had absolutely no choice but to come forward. Okay, fine. You tell her a cockamamie story. I don't know what he said, but I have a feeling it was lots of babies in there, and I made a mistake, and I'm sure he did not. I don't think he mentioned the amount of women. It was more than 10. It is a lot of women. Like, how much sex do you need? That's why I said it's abuse of power. Oh, I said the word. It has to do with some kind of power trip that he's on. Okay? It has nothing to do with the physical act. Something's wrong with Rocky here. And something's wrong with Latocha here. Okay, so now you're saying that this is an open marriage. We never heard this before, by the way, especially before the cameras started rolling. There was no word about Latocha being in a open marriage, like there was maybe Monique, who by the way said their marriage is now closed. She's tired of an open marriage. There was no mention of an open marriage. Girl, you're trying to save face. And that sick apology that you gave was to the public to try to make us think that Rocky is something that he's not. And one of the things he is not, and that is in love with your ass. He's not. You're going to stand by his side, and that bullshit apology you're trying to give your sister. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were that hurt, and we're family, and nothing's more special than me than family, but I didn't steal the money. It was your handwriting. You saying that you were her manager. The receipts were dropped yesterday. So this apology was for the public. She actually wants us to believe that she knew about all these other women. She's okay with the baby because she's weak-minded woman. I don't care. Everyone says, some people say she's a victim. She's been going through this type of relationship her whole life, beginning with her mother. I don't care. You choose. It's a conscious decision. You're going to stand by your man. Stand by him. No one gives a damn. Stand by him. But also be prepared for the consequences that he's going to get also. That man does not love you, not one single bit. You could tell yourself this over and over again, despite his actions, okay? Different hoes and area codes. That's the name of a song, by the way. And that's exactly what he was doing. Latocha, you're pathetic. The gig is up. We know Rocky's no good. He's having babies out of wedlock. The least you can do to save your reputation is tell us the truth. Did you see those tears streaming down her face during the phony apology? That was tears of hurt because she believed this jerk. Those are tears of embarrassment because everybody knows but me. And let me tell you something, people. I've never had to deal with infidelity with Perry. Doesn't mean he's above it. Just I haven't had to deal with that. But they say it's a extra pain when you're the last to know. And I'm not saying I'm above it. Listen, everybody is in danger of being cheated on. Everybody. So when I say, well, Perry never cheated on me, I don't have my nose up in the air talking about it'll never happen. No. Nobody should live like that. People, we are adults. Time to get real. Nobody is above getting cheated on. And that even includes if you're physically pretty. There was somebody the other day that was really beautiful was getting cheated on. I can't remember who it is, but I can think Robin Dixon. She's pretty. We can call her whatever we want, but what we can't say is she's an ugly woman. It was somebody else. Maybe if I drop the link, you guys will remind me. But listen, girl, you got to get real. First with yourself. You're going to stay with this bum who doesn't love you, stole money from your sister. You assisted on it, by the way. You helped. He just doesn't love you. Embarrassing you. And that's what you decide to do? You didn't even take a couple days to be to yourself and leave his ass, kick his ass out and have time to think. You scared to kick him out? Scared he's going to go call Unique? It makes no sense. You are handling this ass backwards. Therefore, you get no sympathy from the public. Because we don't even care if Rocky cheats on you. I mean, it's a bad thing to go through and whatever. But more importantly than that is the way you and your mother treated Tamicka. That's what we're mad about. We don't care if he cheated on you and he got hoes in different area codes. It's you and your sister. What your mother and you put your sister through for years. Eve. Were we talking about Eve? Well, you got to forgive me. I'm getting old. I don't even remember talking about Eve. Remember, you guys, I told you I could do a video, a heartfelt video, and then move on to the next. And I forgot even what we were saying. Yes, it was Eve. It was Eve. Why were we talking about Eva? Eva Marcel. Sorry, Eva Marcel. Beautiful woman. Beautiful. It doesn't get any prettier to me than Eva Marcel. She is beautiful. He cheated on her, allegedly. At least she chose not to talk about it. She did not lie. We would have had more respect for you if you said, I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm going through a lot. But you came out and said, we have an open marriage. You don't know how that's going to backfire on you. And you just don't know how many women are going to start coming forward. And not only that, these women is going to make you, they're going to help you in paying back your sister. Because when money starts coming out of Rocky's checks and out of your damn household for child support, college, and whatnot, you would have paid your sister back double. It's just so weird. I just don't understand why we're not getting an apology from you right now, a sincere one. Why aren't you saying what really happened with the money? Whose idea was it? Why was your signature on the papers? You think you can just come up here, give us some flimsy excuse and cry, and the public's going to sympathize with you? Look, people can smell BS a mile away. I smell you from here, and you're in a different state. Girl, you are the worst. You're the absolute worst. And I just hope that Tamicka stays strong. Do not help her out of this. You can get back on speaking terms, but this is something she has to handle on her own, the Rocky situation and the money situation. And I would not let it go. Let me tell you what I would do. Instead of one lawsuit he's looking at, he would be looking at 2 lawsuits because I would sue his ass. I really would. Hey, Pia.
Hey.
Hey, Dawn.
What up?
Opinion, girl. I'm glad you called. Oh, you got to echo. Hey, Denzel. Oh, I'm so
how
glad
you doing?
Here.
How you doing, Sharrell and Diva and everybody? This is crazy.
I'm going to read this really quick and we can get started. Girls, she said, I'm not fake. I don't know how to be fake. She did. I can't pretend to be like that. Then she said, oh, yeah, me and Rocky been in an open relationship, even though we pretend we're not. I got one more super chat. Hey, Smoke. Oh, did I? Hey, Smoke.
Hey,
Child,
everyone.
who are you today?
How you doing?
I missed another super chat. I do apologize. Let's start with you, Pia.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What? I didn't like how she weaponized the whole mental health in the apology. I didn't like.
Come on.
I had a really big issue with that because you're saying, people out here, mental health is real. You and your mother and your husband gaslit your sister, saying that she was crazy, she didn't know what she was talking about, and now you want to piggyback off of it. That's when I was done. I checked out.
I was done at the beginning, but
I mean, I'll give anybody a chance and I'll hear them out. But when you start contradicting yourself and then acting, trying to, win an Oscar, I'm done.
You're right, Tia. We might have felt compassion if she wasn't lying. Don, sound off.
Well, all this time I've been kind of, I think I said it Tuesday, feeling a little sorry for her. But that apology, non-apology today, you can't apologize and say if I just own what you did. These people have got all these receipts on you and your husband, and you're still saying if I did anything. No, say I hurt you. I did this, I did that, and I'm sorry about it. But that apology, non-apology today, it's after her and Brett got into it yesterday. And then all of these women, are still coming out, and her sister dropped those receipts. And now she's facing it.
Yeah.
She's facing it. You know, she thinks she's going into this gospel arena.
Child.
BMI had a whole concert last night where all the newest gospel artists were at, and she
Mm,
wasn't even invited.
mm, mm. Opinions, sound off. Wow.
Sharrell, let me tell you something. I'm telling you, it ain't nothing holy about this woman because she sat there and tried to throw a Bible verse in there and couldn't even remember it. She was trying to remember it in her head. But let me tell you what she should have been doing. Okay. If you're a real Christian, okay, let me tell you what you should have been saying. You should have been saying Proverbs. Whoever tries to hide his sins and will not succeed, but whoever confesses his sins and leaves them behind will find mercy. Baby, you not finding that mercy because they nothing godly about you or your mama. You learned your manipulation tablets from your husband and your mama, and you trying to put it off on us. But let me tell you something. I talk to God every day, and when I saw you with them fake tears, I was like, oh, let's give her an Oscar because, baby, that was one of them Oscar Award winners. No, I'm not buying it. You came here because you feel bad because you being drugged in these streets, and the brat was not gonna let you have it. She sat there and told you. Even when I came to the studio for the first time, you looked at me like, "Who you is?" Okay, and then she gonna tell myself, "Brat, you loved on me." She said that was afterwards, but that first day I walked in that studio, I was scared of you.
Mm-hmm. Denzel, sound off. I mean, you can't go after that. She said it all, but go ahead.
How you doing, Sharrell, Diva, and everybody?
Good.
I watched that video you posted, Sharrell. It made me mad. She was just straight up lying. She was straight up lying, and then she was doing those the crocodile tears. Like she didn't mean what she said. She sit up there and she want to blame us.
I
Like she
know.
want to blame us.
Crazy. It was crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry. Go
yeah, yeah. No, it's okay. She want to blame us and say we the problem. No, 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 sister girl.
ahead.
She's the problem. She's the problem. She talking about people like lying on her. No, she's lying. She's lying, and she talking about she didn't steal her sister money. She's a liar. She's a liar. I can't stand her, and I don't feel sorry for her. And do I believe that they in an open relationship? No, I think she's just saying that to save face. That's what I think. And I'm gonna tell you something. Her mother, and her husband, they need to go somewhere and pay Tamika her money back. They need to sell their house, whatever they need to do. They need to pay her back, and they need to go somewhere because she's the problem. She's a liar, and she's a manipulator, and she's gaslighting people. And not only that, some of the people feel sorry for her. I don't.
And
And that
don't forget this part. She's an itch. An itch.
and she's an itch. She wasn't really crying. She was not really crying. She is a liar. She's a liar.
Diva? Mm-mm-mm.
So I watched it, Sharrell, then I watched it again. Then just to make sure I had my feelings all the way together, I watched it one more time. And I said she need to stop playing. You know, that apology was about trying to shut us up. The general public. The general public, the bloggers and all that, okay? And then try to tell us we ain't got no God in us because we talking about this situation. No, we're going to talk about it, sister girl, and you're not going to stop us by trying to drop a Bible verse and trying to say that we wrong and trying to put this on us. You're not going to shut us up. We know we're not stupid. We know that the only reason why you sitting there now and tears are rolling down your eyes is because your sister dropped the receipts and everybody in the streets is turning on you. I apologize to Motown, to this isn't what we want to show us. If you didn't want to show us this and you were so godly and you wanted forgiveness, every scene you showed up with your sister, you wouldn't hug her, kiss her, love on her, none of that, okay? You came everywhere with nothing but attitude. And if you really want to show us that nobody else was in that hotel room with you, I need you to go to every room. Go in the bathroom, because Rocky was there, okay? You need to stop playing. He was there. Go in the bathroom, open the hallway door, show us the closet so we can see it's only one suitcase.
Look underneath the bed.
Under the bed. Come on, Smoke. Under the bed.
Exactly.
I was like, you showing us part of this room ain't convincing me of nothing, okay? And to be still 10 toes down, that you did not take your sister's money, talking about what she trying to say, well, her sister show wasn't no real receipts. Girl, we not falling for this right here. Now, listen, as a human being, do I know that you're hurting? Yeah, you hurting. Of course you hurting. You hurting because you're busted, and you're hurting because now all of these chicks are coming out the woodworks telling you that your husband is not nothing, he ain't worth a dime, okay? And you want to talk about you already knew. If you already knew, why was you and your husband trying to say that girl Unique was delusional? She was talking about, if you had an open relationship, why would it be so far-fetched that this girl is saying that she was with your husband? I'm telling you, Sharrell, I watched it over and over, and I was picking out every little lie that she was telling, and I wanted her to just stop it, okay? There was so much stuff that she was contradicting herself. It didn't even make sense. And you know, she don't even seem like the type of chick that would want to be in an open relationship.
I know.
She didn't even fool me, not for 1 second. But the order to like minimize the pain, because listen, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you, Sharrell. I know that pain. You know my story. So to minimize the pain of you, the last one to know, okay, that it was all these chicks, and these chicks potentially have babies, and now they're going to hit your pocket. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What is it about? I've heard women say it's even worse because everybody else knew but me. Why does that really hit women?
Because it's like all your friends and stuff was in your face, because you have common friends. All these people was in your face, and to come to find out that all of them knew and nobody couldn't say nothing to you, like you feel betrayed by not just the person, but all the friends too, because then you looking around, because at that time you're vulnerable and you're weak. So now you're looking around like you can't trust nobody. Who can you trust? Because all these people knew about the situation and nobody dropped the dime and told you. But let me tell you this. I will say this. The chicks, Sharrell, they do drop little breadcrumbs, okay? So the whole time that they with the man, they trying to tell you that they with him, because trust and believe, they want to be in your spot. Don't get me started on these side chicks, because I don't want to get off the road here, okay? Let me just stay focused. But I'll say with her particular apology, she still didn't take ownership for anything. She blamed it on us, the public, the bloggers. You know, she didn't say bloggers, but that's who she was talking about, right? She's blaming everything on all of us because of y'all. Because, girl, you signed up for a reality TV show. What did you think was going to happen? Of course, we're going to be in your business because you putting it out in the street. So we're not supposed to comment. You want us to watch and not have a thought or a feeling about it.
Exactly.
Girl, you should not be on reality TV. Now, on the flip side, I wish her well. I wish that she do, figure her life and her situation out. And I know that she's in extreme pain right now because 1, she got punked in front of the public because of her own lies. 2, she got punked by her husband. And 3, everybody's looking at her as a thief, a person that would take from her own sister. Now, it's one thing to steal from somebody else, but when you stealing from your own family member, people looking at you dirty and sideways. And you heard her say it. The radio, everywhere I go, the people are coming for me. Well, girl, you signed up for it.
I mean, you're a better person than I am. I'm not forgiving shit. Smoke, I'm not. Until she gets the money back, I'm not forgiving her.
Yeah. So I'm just going to preface this. I'm not a Christian by any kind. I'm a Buddha. I'm a Buddhist. But Latocha is the worst kind of Christians I hate to encounter or see, because they will hide behind the guise of God, a scripture, a hymn, whatever they can to not take accountability for the stuff they've done to others. And so I can understand what she's saying about the mental stuff. I'm like, yeah, you're in mental anguish because you can't keep up with the lies you keep telling to make it seem like what you did to your sister was correct. So I agree with Pia. I did not like the fact that she was basically using mental health as an excuse for her actions, and not even taking accountability, or even saying like, listen, me and my sister did wrong. And then the open relationship, really? Like, I'm with Diva. Like, I was like, show him, go open the closet, open the dishwasher, check the stove pipes, the gas leaks. There was some kind of mic device she probably had in her ear or in her head from Rocky, and probably her mama telling her what to say in that live.
Yep,
But I think But I'm thinking just like she's now getting caught up, and now she's about to lose everything for real, for real. So I feel like if she would have just, went to her group the first time, and I'm talking about with the solo, they'll be like, hey guys, I want to give this another try again, and still did the escape thing, she would have been fine. And the issue is no one has an issue with singing gospel. We just have an issue with the fact that you want to be singing about these spiritual principles, these morals, and these values, but you sitting here doing the devil's work. So you really need to have a reality check with yourself and really figure out who is Latasha, because Latasha right now is in a spiritual warfare and is not a godly one. So I think she needs to really get, centered with herself and figure out what she needs to do. Leave her husband possibly, because he is the common denominator of most of her issues with her family, with her career, with her music. So she really needs to cut ties, because she might end up like an Ike and Tina situation, and we know how that ended up. I don't for one second believe that man has not put his hands on her or been verbally or mentally abusive to her in their 28 plus years of marriage. So I can feel for someone who's going through that anguish, but at some point you have to put on your grown woman drawers and take responsibility. You took that girl's money when she was pregnant and when she had a child going to school. You and your husband, the only way to make this right, unless we see a receipt from the MoneyGram or the Western Union for $30,000 plus, because Tamika said that was only one check that was stolen from her, and an apology be like, I'm sorry, sis, let me make this right, let's do better. End it, done, period. Until she does that, she's forever going to be in this spiritual and mental anguish, period.
Exactly. LaDon?
Hey, beautiful people.
Hey.
I agree with everybody said, but I gotta say they must be the most dumbest criminals in America, because they don't communicate. They're not on the same page. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. He admitted that they did receive some payments, but it was a mistake. She's saying she never ever heard of it before. It is just, I just heard it the first episode, but your husband admitted that was something talked about already. They're not on the same page. So it's so hard to believe anything she's saying, because she's not fully being truthful with herself. First of all, she doesn't want to really peel those layers back and do the work that needs to be done, because this is years and years of manipulation and narcissism and all this going on, because it started with her mama first. She planted the seed. Well, she kind of, because you know what? She turned me against Kandi. In the beginning, I thought Kandi was picking on that girl because she was overweight and da-da-da-da-da. But then when I realized she used her weight issue as an excuse and her voice to be able to manipulate situations and a lot of things that was going on around her, and I think it's not going to work with her in the group, because
you saying once she's out, she needs to stay out?
She needs to stay out, because she's and I mean, it's going to take years. It's like an addict. You may stop the drug, but sometimes that behavior, the drug behavior, lingers.
Ooh, that's
so my
good.
thing with her is she may be working on herself, but we need to see her walk in that change for a while before she can even be trustworthy. You know what I mean? And that man she might have to divorce that man, in order to really get right with herself. Because you can fix yourself all day long, but if you still got a sick person attached to you, you will never fully get healed. It's just chaos. That's why Melanie Cherie is so successful with her divorce. It wasn't that it hurt it. She was willing to go through that pain, but get away fully from it. You know what I mean? So the first thing is get rid of Rocky, because Rocky got to fix himself, and you got to be a part to fix yourself, because they're feeding off each other's sickness right now. But she's a total liar. All those tears were real, but they were for herself, not for others. They were for her humiliation. She is humiliated. You understand me? How you going to sing a gospel album and you are in a open marriage.
Ooh,
First of
ooh.
all, okay, that's not accepted. Okay, it's one-on-one, whether it's man, woman, I ain't getting into all that, but it's one-on-one. You do
Woo.
not follow God and have an open marriage. You're saying now an open marriage to save face. But like I said before, the dumbest criminals, y'all ain't on the same page. You understand? He's saying one thing over here, and then you coming over here. He's allowing you to look stupid and hold the bag by yourself. That's what he's doing while he's hiding. You understand? And the brat, and the reason why she said she apologized to Kandi was because before everybody was hush hush. Remember, Kandi said, I will not do a movie unless everybody is totally honest. Now, no one else was backing Candy's point up for years, right?
Right.
Now, this is an outsider, the brat, saying, nope, I seen it too. You're a liar. And then we see Jermaine's interview saying, no, Tasha was the one mad that Kandi was singing lead. You know what I'm saying? So now it's other people from that inside camp saying, no, it wasn't just Kandi. Even her own sister said, I made that lie because my sister was hating and mad or whatever. So it's just a lot of layers here, and I'm just ready for the ride.
Look, Urban, I don't think you can follow that because LaDon really said it all, but try to attempt it.
Oh my God, I was just in here thinking, like, how I'm gonna follow all of that? Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Okay, I got a theory. Hey y'all, I love y'all. I have a theory because here's the thing: we all saw the crocodile tears not even 24 hours after she was on the Ricky Smiley show, 10 toes down, not even 48 hours after some receipts were dropped. I'm going to give you my theory. I may be wrong, but this is what I'm feeling. I feel like she don't care nothing about that sister, coleslaw number 2, the babies, nothing. I think they dropped her gospel deal.
Wait, what?
Yes.
I think Columbia Records, Motown Gospel called her up and said, look, ho, we ain't about to do this with you. This is not how this is not how talent behave. I mean, she got on there and dogged everybody. And I know she didn't do that herself. I know her husband said, get on there and show them who daddy is, honey. And she went on there and did it. This woman is upset because they done took her gospel deal away. That's what I think happened.
I could believe that.
Well, that could be it. But in approximately 50 minutes, another side piece is interviewing with Tasha K.
Good God.
But here's the thing about it. I think she's lying, saying they're in an open marriage. You can see the lies. What I think happened, because before she even apologized to her sister, she apologized to Motown Gospel and Columbia Records.
Sure did.
It's true.
They put her on a group call and said, we don't do this. Bye.
Well, maybe it's all of the above. Maybe the other 5 women are getting ready to come forward. He had to say something because they're going through the courts. Okay. Yep. And they're talking about child support and DNA tests. So he had to say something about that. The album is not doing too good. If you look in the comment section on TikTok of the debut of the single, wasn't nobody trying to buy that album.
That's why she's upset. That is why she's upset. Would a same person go on Ricky Smiley morning show the day after the receipts came out and denied that their husband's name was his name?
Mm-hmm. It's a mess. Sin, sound off. Sin.
Okay. Typical. Do y'all all remember when R. Kelly did his interview with Gayle King?
Mm-hmm.
And then those girls got up there to do their interview. Mm-hmm. And R. Kelly was in the back room, in the back, telling them pumping them up what to say. Mm-hmm. So this is what I think is happening.
Hold on a second. Everybody go on mute because she has an echo. Let's see if we could sound it out. Go ahead, Sin.
Okay, this is what I think. I think, yes, Tasha was dropped because if you think about it, a lot of Ricky Smiley has a lot of clout in the gospel music too. And a lot of people listen to Ricky Smiley. Okay, and then the people saw the receipts the day before, and then she gets up there and make a mockery out of herself. And then don't try to throw the mental health thing in it. Yes, there is a mental health issue, and that would be you and your husband and your mama. But my thing is now, sweetie, you can't blame Kandi because this is going, if your music career doesn't go to the top, so it's not Candy's fault. It's not Jermaine's fault. Whose fault is it? Oh, it's your husband's. So I think she's probably come to the end of the road, and I pray that Escape has already got a new LLC and will not let her back in at all, because the same hole you dug for me, you better dig two, one for me and one for you. Wow. But in her case, she need to dig 3 holes.
Okay, Pia, what do you think is going through Rocky's mind right now? This girl's getting ready to come forward. Is he still cocky as ever? Sound off, Pia. What do you think?
You really want to know what's going through his head right now, Sharrell?
I really do.
Crack. Crack.
What?
Crack.
What does that mean?
He's probably somewhere getting high as hell, so he don't have to deal with it. So then he can call in and make himself look stupid like he did the last.
Hold on. Why would he need to suppress his feelings through drugs when Tasha's going to stand by him? She's going to say, "Oh, I knew about that baby. I knew about that woman." So what do you have to be afraid of?
Well, here's the thing. I really do believe, and I'm not saying this to be funny, Tasha and him, they remind me of this really weird, it was a long time ago, husband and wife serial killer couple. Okay.
Oh, you can't say the K word.
Okay, well, there was an SK couple, and they fed off of each other mentally, right? Until the other person got caught, and then they flipped on each other. That's what I feel like is honestly
about. They got some sick, twisted connection.
They do. It's a sick, twisted connection because everyone is coming out the woodwork saying that he, was part of the whole R. Kelly situation. Okay. And who's to say she wasn't aware of it and that she didn't know about it? He probably has so much dirt on her, and she probably has so much dirt on him that of course she's going to stay by him, because if she doesn't, he could turn on her in a minute.
Dawn.
I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
Oh, Sharrell, did you know? I didn't mean to interrupt, but did you know he dated Kandi before he married Tasha?
No, that's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. I was going to ask Dawn a question because there's so much going on.
But I do have this, Sharrell. So why wasn't Tamicka tears good enough? When she was crying, they made fun of her. Her and her mom made fun of her. But we're supposed to give her all this allowance to be human and to make mistakes and this, that, and the third. But when Tamicka sit there and cried in front of your face, y'all looked at her like she was crazy. Like she didn't know what she was talking about. Didn't forgive
She's just jealous.
Bit. But I do have this. If you all go to University of Buffalo basketball, you'll see there Jamal, what's his name? Jamal Bivens. Under his profile.
Hold on one second. Everybody go on mute because I'm having a hard time hearing him. Go ahead, Don.
On the University of Buffalo basketball, he played, his last year was 2021. It says, born on August 14th, 1997, son of Edward Bivens.
Child, no, stop.
That's on their
You're trying to tell me you locate the child out of wedlock?
No, this is the son.
That's their son, Sharrell.
Okay. Go ahead.
But that's his real name. Remember, Tasha said she didn't know who Edward was.
Yeah.
But so why is his name listed on his son's profile, on their son's profile under University of Buffalo?
There she goes lying again.
They're not going to use a fake name, a nickname. They're going to use your legal name. Son of Edward Bivens and Latocha Scott. His mother is a multi-platinum singer of R&B group Escape, cousin of Derrick Rose and Uncle Jawan Howard. It goes on. Talking about his family.
Jawan Howard is related to them?
I guess this is what the profile says.
Oh,
but,
wow.
They used his real name under their official school website. Yeah. But she doesn't know who Edward is.
Can I just say something real quick? We're talking about Rocky, right? First of all, and Tasha, this is a woman connected to the, like Pia said, connected to the R. Kelly thing. I think they're kind of sick and twisted too, because this is a woman who gave her sister's P tape to her husband.
Yeah.
Look at over, and you know he kept looking at it. Look at how twisted of you. You should be like, no, you can't see her. That's like taboo. You allowed him to see that knowingly. She's just as sick and twisted with that R. Kelly twisted camp too.
Opinion sound off. What do you want to?
You are so right.
Sharrell, let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you, Rocky is going through on his own mind, fuck right now, because he keep throwing out R. Kelly name like they ain't gonna look at him. Okay, now you keep saying it on every platform. You gonna have them folks on their computers right now. They probably putting up a profile for him. Okay, so you was in it, yeah. You keep on talking on everybody's profile, telling everybody you was associated with R. Kelly. I mean, he's saying it like it's a badge of honor. At this point, I'm gonna need you to keep your mouth closed, because every time y'all open y'all mouth, y'all make people type. Y'all making people type, and if we typing, you best believe the government is typing. Okay, and they don't need Tamika to press charges to file these charges against y'all, because now y'all going into wire fraud, y'all going into mail scams, like y'all. This is ridiculous. Like the level, that's what I'm saying. The level that y'all committing crimes and then admitting to it. I'm gonna need y'all to stay off of social media. I told Tasha she only had two ways to deny this. Okay, she either need to come to the public and come clean and apologize, or she need to say this was defamation and file a lawsuit. She knew she couldn't file a defamation lawsuit because she knew she did it. So she should have came to the screen, and when she was apologizing, she should have said, Tamika, I'm sorry. Rocky stole your money. If you want to keep yourself clean, I'm sorry, my husband stole your money.
I'm really backed up, guys. So I'm going to bring up a new panel. Diva, can you co-host with me today? All right.
Bye, Sharrell.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye. We got a lot.
Thank you, Sharrell. And
thank you.
Diva.
Oh, bye. Diva.
I don't know how to get out.
There you go. Sound off, Diva.
She made a good point.
I can't hear you all of a sudden.
I'm sorry. I put myself back on mute. She made a good point, because you did allow your husband to get this tape. And I'm sure he was looking at it over and over again, because they was the only two that had the key to the safe. There's a lot more that's going to come out about this relationship. This is just the tip of the iceberg. And let me tell you something, and I know she's in pain, but she's in pain because now the public is going to see the real image of her and not the face she was trying to put forth. This was a mess. Her signing up for this show.
Who would give their sister their sex tape?
Idiot.
What'd you say, Don?
He said an idiot.
It's crazy that you gave your husband your sister's sex tape. Like, that's nuts. You know what kind of man he is. You know he's going to try to hold that over her head eventually. And now that she drops those receipts, I wouldn't even be surprised if that sex tape leaked. I would not be surprised one bit.
Don't nobody want to see that sex tape, Dawn.
You know why I don't think it's going to leak now? Because then she's really going to look bad, because everybody's going to know that the sister did it. That's probably the only reason why she's not going to leak it now. She didn't expect her sister to drop all of those receipts, because she manipulated her sister her whole life. Right. So she didn't expect her to drop those receipts. So when Tamika came up there and dropped her receipts, that shook them both a little bit. And then they already knew, like, because, they both did the same thing. Because Rocky tried to stop Tasha K, and he's a fool. Of all people, he should have known he was going to stop no Tasha K. He tried to stop Tasha K from interviewing these ladies, right?
And gave her evidence.
Like, if only you knew, like, I got a whole FBI law. He made up all kind of stuff thinking he was going to stop Tasha. And when he couldn't do that, but see, that's the same thing that Tamika did. she tried this. I mean, Tasha did. She tried to stop her sister with all the stuff by holding stuff over her head. And so both of them had an epic fail on trying to stop this information from coming out. So both of them right now, they don't know what to do.
They don't. And when you start going to the courts can, because they said he kept avoiding taking a DNA, but the court can make you take a DNA, right? And if that comes back positive, now I'm going after your money for child support and back child support.
That part.
Yeah, that's true.
That part. All the years, however old that kid is, they're done. They're done. And I
all of the kids.
I was disconnected. You said all the kids.
All the kids. All of them. Okay. But then I gotta figure out, y'all. And anybody can call in, because we got another 10 minutes. Why is she standing by him? What is she doing?
Some people can't let go of time, Sharrell.
Let go of what? Time.
Oh, time. She's been in this nonsense for 28 years and she doesn't know anything different. And she's afraid of the other side. It's Wendy Williams syndrome.
No, Wendy got out. She got out.
Well, she got out, but you see, she's not doing well once she got out.
But she got out. She got out, and do you guys remember how she did it? I can't remember. It was pre-planned. I think his stuff was already packed or something like this. He wasn't allowed to come in the building.
She got out once the public knew. See, they're okay with their mess as long as nobody don't know in the public, right?
Exactly.
They like to hide. So as long as I can hide and the world seems like, to the world, it seems like I have this perfect marriage and relationship, they're good. Wendy only left because everybody found out about that baby. Again, thanks to Tasha K.
Sound off, Christy.
Yes, I think her apology it's just too much. It's because probably her record deal and said something to us or something like that. But she will be here in Dallas tomorrow.
Oh wait, who's gonna be there?
Latasha.
Ooh, was she performing or something?
No, wait a minute. She's gonna be at Friendship West.
You went. I can't hear you all of a sudden.
I said she's gonna be at Friendship West Baptist Church with Deborah Haynes to do a cooking show, a cookout.
No, she might cancel because there's going to be an interview tonight.
Oh Lord,
she's going to be. She might cancel.
I was going to tell Sin if she's listening to. It's at 1 o'clock. I have a hair appointment. I'm not wasting my time going. It's my church, but I'm not going. I'm going to get my hair done.
So Sin's in the chat. Tell her where it's going to be.
Friendship West Baptist Church. She know Dr. Freddie Haynes. It's a big church here.
She might be there, Sharrell, because she did her little apology in the hotel.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I looked on the website. I was like, we having a cook off, and so because Deborah Haynes is into healthy cooking, first lady at the church.
Let me read this really quick. Sharrell, great content. Keep it up. This is so sick. It is. I just can't. Neither can I. Thank you so much, Lisa. Sound off, Hannah.
Thank you so much, Sharrell. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are having a great day. Now, I did see Latasha's apology, but before she even said anything about her record label, Columbia and Motown, I knew that she trying to get out in front of something. If her records were selling, if her record company hadn't got on to her about, possibly, her, whatever's going on with her and Rock, and it's a lot. Their reputation is on the line as well. And they probably put out a lot of money. So now she's trying to butter up to people so that they can buy her record so they can get that money back. And that's the only reason, in my opinion, that she's apologizing, because a couple of days ago, she said she didn't even take no money. And she was accusing her sister of lying. And she also asked for an apology. Now, when Tamicka come out with the receipts, you don't have, your back is against the wall. You can't say anything, because you're going to look really bad. Not only now your record label and the other people that you're working with know you and your husband are liars, and they're not going to want to work with you, especially their husband. So she know right now it's a done deal for that record label and her in that record label and Rocky, because that's what people been trying to tell her. Look, You probably need another manager. She don't want to do that, but she wants to get she wants people to buy her record, which people not gonna do. But that's the only reason, in my opinion, she apologized.
I think we're watching her slowly. I think we're, yeah, you're feeding. Hannah. Hannah. Hannah, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm on mute. That's someone else.
Oh, that's someone else? Somebody's giving me an echo. Hello? Oh, that's you, Kimberly. Try to fix it, okay? And we're going to let Essence talk. I think we're in current time watching Latocha lose everything. Sound off, Essence.
Hey, I definitely think that she is not a good fit for the genre of music that she chose. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's so many contradictory things that she's doing in her life, and I don't think that she should be having any appearances at any churches because, I just don't. I feel like that's kind of condoning her behavior. And to say that you and your husband had an open marriage, you should have in the same breath said that that is no longer a life that you guys are leading. You no longer agree with defiling your marriage bed. My thing is like, I don't want her to be a performative Christian, but I also feel like that she shouldn't be endorsed either, because it's inappropriate and it doesn't make any sense.
Eva, you're in the church. What about what Essence saying? She says it's not going to fly with the gospel church people.
It ain't. It ain't.
What part? All of it?
Let me. Or I would say that because I'm gonna be very honest with you. So I wasn't married when I had my son, and listen, they had to talk to several people up in the church just so he could get baptized.
Ooh.
Yeah, they don't. So it depends on what church you go to, but they're very strict. They have their opinions, whether they be right, wrong, or indifferent. But yes, they had to talk to several people to get my son baptized up in the church because I was not married. And so my thing is that you do want to, and it's not really being, I don't know what to call it, but yeah, you out here promoting stuff that is against what you are a part of. That's not going to work well. It doesn't match up, right? So if you want to do that, then you go ahead and do that, and you be out. You can still come to the church, but we can't have you as the face of it. Do you see
Right.
Kimberly,
and I'm not advertising you to my congregation either.
Right.
You're not doing no performances and live streaming it because it just sends the wrong message, and it's not appropriate. And I think, like someone said, even if after she takes the time to heal or whatever, she does need to take time out the public eye because this is kind of like really bad. This is really bad. Like, it's not like a little bit bad. It's like a lot bad. So I hope no other churches try to capitalize off of Latocha because that will just look bad on them.
Kimberly, did you fix your sound? Can you hear me, Kimberly? Kim?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay, I think you did too. Sound off.
I can hear you.
Sound
off. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sound off. You have a delay.
She must have.
Okay. Okay, sound off. Okay. Hey, Sharrell. I watch you sometimes. Let me just say, I saw your video earlier. I saw it earlier. The clip that you showed with Latocha crying. And I wanted to see what she had to say. With that being said, I had a problem with the fact that she kept saying now she's coming out, she's being honest. You're telling her, you're pouring out your heart. But then she kept saying to us, the viewers, the fans, she kept telling everybody, oh, well, all I wanted to do is sing. And everybody is attacking me for singing. Doggone well, that's a lot. Nobody is attacking you for singing. Okay? We saw the receipts. We saw Tamika's receipts. Then she comes and says in the clip that you showed earlier, Sharrell, that she had, well, I have receipts too, Tamika. I have receipts. Okay, well, where are the receipts then? If you have the receipts, then let's see them. Obviously, you don't, because you're doing the same thing like Mariah Hunt did in Married to Medicine. She claimed that she had all these receipts, and then when it came time to see the receipts, she had none.
Yeah.
So you want people to stop attacking you, but the thing about it is you didn't count on your sister snapping off on that first episode. You thought you and your mother were going to come in and double team her. Your sister came in with an open mind, an open heart, and she was genuine. She was talking to her daughter as they pulled up. She was like, I prayed on this, so I'm hoping everything goes well. And the best thing that could have happened is by them trying to double team her. How can you be a mother and have your daughters go against each other?
Right.
How can you stand for that? First of all, that's wrong in itself. If you want to try to act like you know the word so much and you're telling your daughter about how she's so terrible, you need to get in the word. You need to read the word. When we saw the next episode, she's telling her, you need to read the word. Well, honey, obviously you don't know. Favoritism is a sin, baby. You need to read the word for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay?
Also,
because if anybody doesn't know, God does not like favoritism. Okay? So while she wants to run her mouth about what Tamika needs to do, that's number one. Number two, as a mother, it's your job to see both sides. And whoever is wrong, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to let that person know, hey, you're out of line, Tasha. But I'm willing to believe that since she had nothing to say, she might have been in on it. I hate to say that, but who's to say that the mother, which is the reason why she's going so hard, what are you talking about? Why are you playing the dumb role with your daughter? And then you're going to try to deflect and act like, oh, she was being disrespectful. Tamika was not at all disrespectful to that lady. She raised her voice because she got upset because you all were doing the same thing. And she got upset because you kept saying, oh, what are you talking about? If somebody's sitting up there lying in your face and you know doggone well they're lying, of course you're going to get upset. That's why she kept saying, Mama, you know that they took my money. So I have an issue with this narcissist pity party that Latasha wants us to have for her, only because you keep on saying the same damn lie. You keep saying, oh, well, I didn't take your money. Well, your baby, Tamika has the receipts. She showed the receipts yesterday. Now, unless you don't have any receipts, then you need to shut up, apologize like you did, honestly, and stop saying you don't know nothing about some $30,000 checks.
I mean, I'm going to drop you because you have a delay, but you said it.
I was really upset with that. I was really upset with Latasha trying to make it like it's everybody's fault, like we're attacking her for no reason. Nobody is attacking you for any reason at all. We're not attacking you because you want to sing. Nobody is attacking you. What we saw was a young lady who has a sister, and you have a nasty attitude, and you want nobody to say anything to you about your nasty attitude. And now you want to sit here and have a pity party. You want everybody to have a pity party like we all are perfect. No, we already know none of us are perfect. We all have our flaws. Okay? We all have to go to God and ask God for forgiveness. But let's not try to act like we don't know why we are here today.
Well, amen.
I agree with everything you said, but you're on a
That's
delay.
That's the thing that pissed me off so bad. I'm sorry, Sharrell.
That's okay.
I went on a rant.
I'm going to drop you because
sorry.
You have a delay. But everybody, you said it all. You said it all.
Yeah, I found the church that she belongs to.
Hold on a second. Thank you for calling in.
Okay.
Take care. She said it all. Go ahead, Dawn.
I found the church that they belong to is Mount Olive Church of God and Holiness. It's in College Park, Georgia. So she's used
They don't go to
to,
College Park. Is it really in College Park?
Yeah, it's in College Park, Georgia. It's a small church that I see. But what she's used, this Tasha is used to manipulative, controlling relationships. She went from her mom to Rocky. Both her mom and Rocky are two peas in the same pod. They act just alike. They both want their way. They both tell Tasha what to do, how to think, and she just runs behind both of them. She doesn't even admit when they're wrong, either one. So
It's
she's
a
used
lot
to,
going
these
on. We
relationships.
are all talking about Tasha today because she gave that phony BS apology. But tomorrow, when we gather, we're going to be talking about how sick and how deep rooted his sickness is. Rocky has a problem. And I cannot believe, oh, Hannah, did I let you talk?
Yes, Sharrell, I did. I spoke earlier. Thank you.
And people got offended when I said he reminds me of R. Kelly. I'm talking about the mentality. I'm talking about the lifestyle. It might not have been with people underage, but it's still a sickness to this. Something is wrong with him. And something wrong with Tasha too. So we're going to talk about Tasha today, but we'll be back tomorrow because that man ain't right. What do you think of Rocky, Diva?
He a piece of work. First of all, he messed up with that phone call to Tasha K.
What made him do that?
But you know what? That's what a narcissist does. They think they're smarter than everybody. And you're always going to lose when you just think you're smarter than everybody. I mean, he sat on that phone and like somebody said, he mentioned on that phone that he has cheated. He never said that they had an open relationship. If you had an open relationship, why would you need to say you cheated? He said, and then he didn't use the word cheated. He just said, we've been married for 28 years. I've done what I've done. And he said, but he told us, he said, she's never going to leave me. He said it at the end of that.
But now with the other women coming forward and the public knowing about it, you just like you said, Wendy Williams she couldn't take it no more because you feel extra worse when you know everybody knows that you're sitting back taking it. Maybe, just maybe.
Well, he said, remember that thing? He said 100 women could come out. She ain't going nowhere.
Oh, he did say that.
He said he know what he got. He know, and I do believe. I don't think she knows I don't think she knew the magnitude. I really don't. I think she might have knew about some because it was no choice because these women kept tapping into her.
Let me tell you what he did, Diva. He said, "Let me tell you something, baby." This is what he's probably said. Something happened a long time ago, way back, way back, and she wanted me to take a test. But I can't help it. It was long ago. She should have said something then. And we still cool, right? And he said, yeah, she left. He left, and she cried on that damn tape. Told the tape, but she does not understand the magnitude.
No.
In which she's cheated and how far it goes back. And it's going to lead her to say to herself, she's going to say this. I know for a fact. Did this man ever love me? Because it started the day after the wedding. All right, you guys. Anybody want to say, Don, what are your closing statements?
I just hope she leaves this guy, man. He's no good for her. She needs some strong, good therapy. That's what she needs. Like somebody said, get out of the spotlight. Stop doing these lives. Stop doing interviews. If you got to sing somewhere, go sing. Skip the press and leave.
Stop doing the interviews. Essence, what are your last thoughts?
I think this is very telling. I think the fact that the mom focused so much on Tamicka and not once condemned the relationship Latasha was having. An open marriage, I'm sure as close as you and your mother are, I'm 100% sure that she would know. And so for her to be telling one daughter to be reading the word and another one is okay with the open marriage with her husband, that is disgusting. So for me, that says a lot about the mom's character flaw. And it also shows that she might know about it, because how could you condemn one and not the other when the other one is clearly committing a way bigger moral discrepancy? So I think that it's not looking good for their family at all. Their entire fame persona is just ruined. As Christians, at least, they need to just go back.
Listen to the music. It's so much ridiculous. Hannah,
go back to R&B, Latasha. Yes, someone said it earlier. Latasha is blaming everyone for her problems. No one is the causing of her problems but herself and what she's allowing Rocky to do. And if he ever leaves her, she's going to have a problem. Because she's just going to have to set herself up to live her life without him, because as long as she's with him, in my opinion, he's just going to continue to do what he's doing, and she needs to stop blaming somebody. Everybody else, look in the mirror and find out what's going on with her, and stop blaming others. Sorry about that.
Lustin, I was getting ready to sign off. What did you want to say? Hold on, let me read this. I
Oh,
like
I'm
her gospel
so
music.
sorry.
Everybody says she can sing, but it's her attitude. Go ahead, Lustin. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm so sorry. I came in a little bit late, so I didn't know what you ladies discussed. But I feel like Tasha is so wrong, and I'm actually going through the same thing with my sister. My sister did me wrong. You know what I'm saying? And ladies, believe it or not, but everyone doesn't love you. So like we had grief, we lost a sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so me and my sister, like we kind of reconnected over that.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm starting to understand by watching this situation pan out, like everything, like my memories of some stuff that my sister has done to me, it's came up. And so we had a family meeting yesterday, and I let all the cats out of the bag.
Oh, yesterday. Wow. Okay.
Yes, literally yesterday. And that's a completely different story. But like, I'm not going to love someone who doesn't love me. And people make it seem like Tasha is like a victim of Rocky. No, Tasha is in it with him. I feel like Tasha is in this disgusting individual. There's no way that I would ever treat my sibling like that, even a stranger. She is a disgusting person. Her attitude, and I understand how they can edit stuff on TV.
This
but
ain't editing.
Look at her, like her attitude when she walked in, it's just negative energy. And I understand Kandi. I can't even imagine what Kandi has been through the years, like growing up in a group with her. And the brat even said it. The brat was like, "We were scared of you. You were the leader." She is an evil person. She is evil. She doesn't have good intentions, and their mother is so horrible. This happens 24/7 within a Black community, and I'm tired of it.
It happens in every community.
In
And
every,
you're right. Just
in
because
every,
someone has a title doesn't mean that they love you. You have to treat people the way they treat you. And I'm sorry, guys, that I have to rush y'all off because y'all know I'm on a time schedule. But we'll be here tomorrow because you know what? Tomorrow is going to be his turn. Now he's going to say something tonight after this interview or do something dumb, and she's going to be feeling humiliated. So let's go see how bad the humiliation was.
Have a good
He doesn't
night.
respect her at all. All right, you guys.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Cheryl.
Good night. Thank you,
Nice
Cheryl.
seeing y'all.
Thank you. Nice
See
seeing
you,
you.
Flo.
Whew, Diva, let's hurry up. I want to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel, but you do. So I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your call backstage. I do apologize, and I'm simply out of time. Please don't forget to click that like button on the way out. And I guarantee you guys, we will be back tomorrow. This story is far, far, far from over. Let's say bye, Diva, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.